And if you're heading out to the Stevenson or the Lee County Fair, you'll be wanting to make sure that you are staying cool as we will have a heat wave coming up into the week ahead. But today we saw pretty comfortably warm conditions as we're sitting at 82 degrees in Rockford, Winnebago, and in Rochelle, also in Freeport. 85 degrees in Mount Morris and in Dixon at this hour. Tonight will gradually cool off. Will be a pretty comfortable evening. Overnight will drop down to 62 degrees as we stay mostly clear. Do note there could be some patchy fog early tomorrow morning, mainly in the river valleys and other low-lying areas, the typical areas that see some patchy fog. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're heading out early tomorrow morning. But the big story is going to be the heat. And right now we have 90s widespread, even Rapid City near 100 degrees right now, and this heat is going to be on its way over to the state line as we look at the pattern across much of the Midwest, or much of the West, I should say, seeing a large ridge of high pressure keeping the heat over the Southwest. But over the next week, it will begin to slowly make its way eastward, bringing plenty of heat across the South and into the Midwest as well, closer to home. We also are going to be sitting right on the edge of this, and that's where we have a very favorable track for repeated rounds of thunderstorms. And really, we just sit right on the edge of this dome over really the latter half of the weekend into next weekend. So potentially hot, but also stormy conditions can be expected. But as we have high humidity as well, that will make the heat even worse. So we have dew points in the 60s tomorrow, slightly humid, but then we get up to close to 70 in that humid to muggy range for much of the week ahead. That will make temperatures in the low to mid 90s in the week ahead feel closer or over 100 degrees. So that's going to be something to keep in mind, that we could have some excessive heat concerns. So really the things you can do, just try to limit your time outside. But tomorrow we're not necessarily as humid, but we are hot. Temperatures into the upper 80s near 90 degrees as we have partly cloudy skies. But then towards the evening, we do see our first potential for some showers and thunderstorms to roll through. And over the last few hours, though, models have been indicating that this is pushing farther to the west. So that would be good news for us, that we could dodge some severe weather, but especially, closer to the Mississippi River Monday night, you want to be on the lookout for some strong winds and large hail. Again, models have been shifting that over to the west, so we could be staying clear of that. But then that leads into the heat heading into the week up ahead. 90s beginning on Tuesday, hazy, hot, and humid for the week up ahead as we get into the middle 90s towards the middle of the week. Again, keep that humidity in mind. And in your most accurate 10-day forecast, you see small storm chances. Now, as we get closer to the middle of the week, we'll begin better details, a clearer picture on those storm chances. So, Sam, it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on for the rest of the week.